We've got a couple of mind-numbingly stupid stories to just kind of stick in the middle of today's sandwich. And this one right here, it's almost the best, if not for a retarded take by I think it's, a member of the Ontario Parliament. That one takes the cake. But this one's pretty bad too. And it comes from HuffPo. So you know it's got to be a fucking top tier quality nonsense. It's racist for Samuel Alito because they just can't stop with the abortion nonsense. To say abortion kills more black babies. Yeah, sometimes stats are racist. Get over it, stupid. Let me tell you more about 1352. Another story for another time. HuffPo, which was co-founded by Andrew Breitbart, by the way, but then it was taken over by a bunch of radicals, and I don't know, what was her name? Adriana Huffington fucking lost her mind. The left-wing news site published an article claiming that it was racism for Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito to note the view that abortion is aimed at suppressing the black population in his draft opinion overturning Roe v. Wade. The leaked draft, which was published by Politico last week, reportedly represents the 5-4 majority of cases the Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization concerning a Mississippi law redistricting abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. Yeah, that's nice. And then it just takes it back down to the court level. Yes, the 10th Amendment. We know. Get on with it. The May 5th HuffPo article takes issue with this quoted section. Other amicus briefs present arguments about the motives and proponents of liberal access to abortions. Liberal as in, readily accessible, not as in the bastardized version when it comes to American politics, well, Western politics at large. They note that some such supporters have been motivated by a desire to suppress the size of the African American population. Yeah, read some of Margaret Sanger's, the founder of Planned Parenthood. Read some of her opinions when it comes to the African American delegation. It's not that pretty. And it is beyond dispute that Roe has had that demographic effect. A highly disproportionate percentage of aborted fetuses are black. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate fucking facts, by the way. But anyways, no, yeah, HuffPo took umbrage with this, saying that it's a racism. Citing amicus briefs, not stating that it was his own opinion. Yeah, it's even in that paragraph that's openly cited right there, but they probably just looked at African American population's demographic effect, highly disproportionate, aborted fetuses are black. Ergo, racism. Alito's supposed view, HuffPost says, is a racism because it assumes black people have no agency in abortion decisions. Oh, I can feel my IQ dropping already, and I have no idea what this says. The idea that abortion is a secret tool for black genocide, yep, there it is, has been pushed by anti-abortion activists and conservatives for years. Oh, really? It has been. All right. Latching on to, okay, all right. So, again, so writing about there being a concern about black children, and conservatives have been expressing an opinion and a concern as to the plight of the black community. That's racist? Oh, okay, gotcha. Caring is racist. All right, cool. Latching on to the statistics that the abortion rate for black people is higher than any other racial group, activists have peddled that idea that pro-choice and reproductive rights are all part of a secret plot to reduce the black population. Again, read Margaret Sanger's notes. False thing to say that it's grounded in racism and white supremacy. Okay, said Marcella Howell, the president and CEO of In Our Own Voice, a reproductive rights organization focused on black people. And again, you take a look at the approval of abortion in black and Latino communities. They hate it. They hate it overwhelmingly. The argument suggests, Howell explained, that black people have no agency over our lives. We fell victim to Planned Parenthood and other people telling us to abort our children and commit genocide. Yes, exactly. Once again, this article's trying to paint conservatives as white supremacists, but then at the same time, you have some baby killer on the other side saying that black people have no, are so stupid that they'll just fall for anything and that they'll just mindlessly just go into the Hoover factory and then have everything and have fetuses just sucked out from between their legs. Got it. HuffPost admits, however, that a plurality of abortions are performed on black women. Yeah, there you go. And a disproportionate number of abortions are performed on black women, roughly 3 times the share of the overall population of American women. Yeah, it's pretty disproportionate, right? So, exactly. Once again, Samuel Alito did nothing fucking wrong. But, hey, you know what? Hey, If it's not for him, you wouldn't have these very stable people with their red wigs on and dressing up as a pussy, because it's always what they do. Resort to nudity or vulgarity. That's how you get your message across. Fuck off. Like I said, that would have been the dumbest of opinions. If that was it, I wouldn't have even bothered talking about this. But sometimes you get these guilty white women who just think that, oh my god, somebody said something about black people, therefore it's racist. This is a real thing. Ontario NDP says sickle cell anemia, is an example of racism faced by black Canadians. I don't know what to say about that. It's just so dumb. Ontario's NDP platform includes a paragraph that addresses anti-black racism. How wonderful. Mentioning sickle cell anemia as one example of how black Canadians face more racism. Oh god, it's like that term has no meaning anymore. It's just whatever you need it to be. Sickle cell disease is an inherited blood disorder marked by a defective hemoglobin. Yes, as it inhibits the ability of hemoglobin and red blood cells to carry oxygen. Where's the racism coming in? Sickle cells tend to stick together, blocking small blood vessels, causing painful and damaging complications. Yes, according to Johns Hopkins. Again, that's the textbook definition. But again, we need to bring in social constructionism and how everything is systemically racist. So even your hemoglobin is, okay? We've established a systemic... Jesus fucking Christ. Let me get one sentence through this. Review of the reality. The black Canadians are disproportionately impacted by HIV and AIDS. Cool. Is that because you can just walk outside if you're not wearing masks and you can just get AIDS at all times? Is that how that happens? Oh, okay, cool. Don't address any of the root causes of that. Mental health issues. Again, the avarice diagnosis of these mental health care providers is a problem in and of itself, but we'll continue. Heart disease, what are you eating? Hypertension, same deal. Sickle cell and stroke. Will pass the Ontario NDP's Improve Access to Healthcare Act to improve care for sickle cell patients in crisis. I'm sure both people are applauding you for that. And again, you got Canadian socialized healthcare. People can literally go in and get treatment for anything. What are you talking about here? Why do you need more money specifically for that? Makes no sense. Medical News Today explains why black people are more likely to develop this disorder. The people with one sickle cell gene carry sickle cell trait, which typically does not cause severe disease. However, African Americans are at a much higher risk of experiencing sickle cell disease. Researchers believe that this could be because SCD, sickle cell disease, evolved in human populations living where malaria is common to help protect against the disease. Alright, so that's somehow racist. Your body evolving due to the climates and the conditions of where you are traditionally from through thousands of years of your body being formed by the situations. Okay, the disease has been the target of the New Democrats for some time now. Really? Why haven't I heard about this more? With Ontario NDP, member of provincial parliament, that's what MPP stands for, Jill Andrews, yes, a notable chunky white woman who probably also sympathizes with the people who have hypertension and heart disease. Anyways, but she tabbed a bill that she said would help standardize protocols to reduce gaps and inconsistencies in teeth in healthcare for those with the disease. Yes. Shamefully, many with sickle cell are mistreated when they most need help. Can you quantify that at all? No? Okay, moving right along. From being callously and racially profiled as drug seeking. Sorry, what? If we're talking about a racism, I think it's right there. People who come in with sickle cell are just looking for a quick fix. Unbelievable. To being subjected to incredibly long wait times. No, I'll tell you a story if I haven't already. I've got a scar on my hand from when in junior high school in woodshop class where I stuck a chisel into my hand a good while. I've got the remnants of like 4 or 5 stitches on it, right? That was the last time that I was ever at the emergency room, at least for my own care, and once again, touch wood for that, and don't wish that on anybody. I spent 8 hours to get 4 stitches, by the way. So as a kid of, 13 or 14 years old, jonesing for a fix at the time? I don't really think so. So this isn't a racial thing. You're just an idiot while still in pain. Yeah, no, again, me too. Ugh, gross. The bill even earned praise from doctors such as Joel Moody with the Sickle Cell Association of Ontario. Again, a niche upon a niche. Who said that the bill would improve care for people that suffer from the disease. Ugh, I hate all of these people. Fire them all. Fire them all. Not just from their jobs, but into the sun by cannon. The current pandemic has surfaced long-standing changes. People of color with chronic conditions such as sickle cell disease. Yeah, no. Black people and fat liberal white women most affected by pandemic. Like I said, we had a pair of really special, exceptional stories written by and focusing on the subjects of some very exceptional individuals. But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.